This economic system called capitalism is very simple, really. First, it requires private property. This skyscraper is private property, and this hoodie is private property too. Before capitalism, if you were a common person, you didn't own anything. The state or the king or the duke or the emir or the emperor or the whoever owned all of the land and everything on it, and much of the time they owned you as well. The ability for a common person to have something that belongs to him or her is an earth-shaking innovation historically. And second, capitalism needs a free market. Individuals need to be able to buy and sell their private property, and these trades are voluntary. It's this non-coercive, voluntary ability to buy and sell in your own personal interest that makes capitalism so morally superior to socialism, aristocracies, dictatorships, or anything else where someone else determines what's in your best interest. Freedom and capitalism go hand in hand, and you cannot have one existing without the other. But the main reason capitalism is the bomb is because of one exceedingly simple idea. Your work and your reward are tied together. Capitalism works because it rewards and incentivizes us to do more work than we would otherwise have to. Let's imagine a caveman. He and his clan live up in the mountains. They're hunters who eat meat, and because they're hunters, they make incredible spears. They're straight and strong with razor-sharp flint spearheads, and they're covered in elaborate carvings for good magic. But they don't do much gathering up there, so their baskets kind of look like birds' nests. Now, down in the valley is another tribe. They grow their own food and go out every day to harvest it and bring it home. Since they do very little hunting, their spears are just thin sticks that break almost every time, but their baskets are so well made that they can almost hold water. Now, one day, a guy from the hunter tribe meets a guy from the gatherer tribe in the Midlands, and these two proto-geniuses decide to make a trade. One well-built, powerful spear for one well-made, intricate basket. The spear maker goes back up to the caves. Everyone comes out to marvel at the wonderful basket. No one's ever seen anything like it. He is now the wealthiest man in the clan because he has something that everybody wants and no one else has. Now, here's the actual miracle. If that caveman's a socialist, he's going to lend out the basket to the tribe and it's going to get banged up and people want to hog it, and that leads to several murders until eventually the basket just falls apart. But this proto-capitalist genius stares at the cave ceiling all night and he says to himself, Trevor, you need to make 2 spears a week in order to survive because that's how many get lost or broken. But if you stay up later at night and get up earlier in the morning, I'll bet you could make an extra 3 spears per week. Then he realizes that his daughter's not going to starve to death after all because his idiot son-in-law is going to come in and help him make spears instead of flinging poo at saber-toothed tigers all day. Now, fortunately, the gatherer is also a free trade capitalist, and a few days later, they meet to exchange 3 wonderful spears for 3 excellent baskets, and each goes back home. Now, it is true that both the spear maker and the basket maker will have amassed more shiny pebbles or seashells than the others, in other words, more money, but who loses here? The more trading they do, the more common these items become. And the price goes down on baskets the same way it goes down on 4K televisions as more and more of those are made. Pretty soon, everybody has a better basket than they ever imagined possible. And in the other village, everyone has an incredible spear. Everybody is wealthier, everybody's life is improved, and you would think that would make everybody happy, but not quite. Because there are a few bastards up there who do not think about the awesome baskets that they now have when they didn't have them before. All they can think about is how many shiny stones the guy who did all the work has. These people are bitter, envious, and miserable. They contribute nothing but grief and whining. Eventually, they became known as Democrats.